this project, you will need 3 different color yarn, 1 main color, and 2 contrasting. I'm using 100% acrylic yarn in DK, but of course, you can use any yarn you want. 3mm crochet hook and some stitch markers. And then you will need a tapestry needle, pair of scissors, and tape measure. And also you will need 4 pieces buttons, and this is not my design. I will put the link on how to make these buttons in the description below. So I have button there. You can't see because it's black, but I wanted to use this, but I only have 2 and it's not enough, so that's why I made a crochet button. And yeah, let's go ahead to the start of the tutorial. To start, we are going to make a chain multiple of 8 plus 3 that will wrap around this area just above the widest part of your hip. You can also use tape measure if you prefer that, and just chain the length that you need. And when you measure, do not stretch it. Make a slip knot, wrap it around your finger, and put the long yarn in the middle, and then pull it, and then insert your hook and make it tight. If you don't know how to chain, just yarn over and pull it through. Then yarn over, pull it through. Making size small and the area just above the widest part of the hip, my measurement is 30 inches or 76 centimeters. I'm making 160 plus 3 chains. Since my first color is black, I will make the first round in different colors so you can see what I'm doing. Let's say I already have 160 chains. Block the last chain, chain 3 more, and this count as a first double crochet. You yarn over, insert hook into the 4th chain, and then yarn over, pull, yarn over, pull 2 loops, yarn over, pull the remaining 2 loops. So you just made your second double crochet. In the next chain, 1 double crochet. So you have 3 double crochets as of now. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, in the next chain 1 double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, in the next chain double crochet. And then double crochet in the next 4 chains. So you have 5 double crochets here. Next, it's just a repeat, chain 1, skip 1 chain, in the next chain double crochet. Then chain 1 and skip 1 chain, in the next chain double crochet. Then double crochet in the next 4 chains. So just repeat this, and by the end, after you do the 5 double crochets, you should have 6 chains left. I will show you that part. Okay, now I'm at the end of the row. I have 6 chains left. I already did my 5 double crochets. So next, just chain 1 and then skip 1 chain in the next chain, double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, in the next chain, double crochet. Then just put 1 double crochet in the last 2 chains, but don't finish the last double crochet because we're going to connect the second complementary color. I will show you next with my actual work. So now this is my actual work. I'm doing my last double crochet, insert hook in the last chain, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull 2 loops, and you stop there. Now we're going to connect new color. Get your second complementary color and then make a slip knot, and then insert hook in the white yarn, and we finish the double crochet, but instead of yarning over the black, just pull through white in the remaining 2 loops, and just pull that to make it tight. And that's how you connect new color. To start the next round, chain 1, does not count as a stitch, and you turn your work. Insert hook in the very first stitch where your chain is, you yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull 2 loops. You have 1 single crochet in the second stitch, then another single crochet in the next stitch. You have 3 single crochets as of now, and then chain 1 and skip the chain from the previous round. On top of the double crochet, make single crochet. Chain 1, skip the chain from the previous round and single crochet on top of the double crochet, and then put 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches from the previous round. Okay, so now you have 5 single crochets, and you chain 1 and skip the chain, and on top of the double crochet, single crochet, chain 1, skip the chain, on top of the double crochet, single crochet, then single crochet in the next 4 double crochets from the previous round. So basically, you are just copying the pattern of the previous round, except in this round, you're doing single crochet. And just repeat this by the end of the row. Don't finish the last single crochet because we are going to connect the main color. I'm at the end of my row. I already did 5 single crochets. I will chain 1, skip the chain, single crochet in the double crochet from the previous row, then chain 1, skip chain, and single crochet in the next double crochet from the previous row, and then single crochet in the next stitch. Then for the last single crochet, insert hook in the 3rd chain, but don't finish, and get your main color and slip knot, insert to the new yarn, And we're going to finish the single crochet, but instead of yarning over the white, just pull through the new yarn. Okay, so you're ready to work for the next round. Chain 3, count as the first double crochet, and then turn work. And by the way, you can cut the yarns that you're not working, and we just connect them back later when it's time to change color. Cut the white also. Okay. And so double crochet in the next 2 stitches from the previous round. If you can see properly, there's like V, and you insert your hook there because that's the single crochet from the previous round. And then to the next V, insert your hook and make double crochet. So you have 3 double crochets as of now, and then chain 1 and skip the chain from the previous round and insert hook in the single crochet and double crochet. Then chain 1, skip the chain, and in that V, that's a single crochet, make double crochet and double crochet in the next 4 single crochets from the previous round. Okay, so you have 5 double crochets there. Chain 1, skip the chain, double crochet in the single crochet from the previous row. Chain 1, skip the chain, double crochet there. Then put 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches from the previous round. So you just repeat this pattern till the end of the row. This is the end of my row. Just put 1 double crochet in the last single crochet from the previous row. Okay, so your work should look like this. To start the next row, chain 3 and then turn your work and just repeat the last row 2 more times. Okay, I'm at the end of my 3rd row for the main color, and I'm going to change to black. Then after the round of black, you change it to white or your second color. Don't forget that the white is a single crochet row. Then after white, change to beige or the main color. So you just repeat this until you have the length of the skirt that you want. Just make sure that your last row should be the same color of the first row, which is mine black, so I will end with black row. Okay, so this is my work, and as you can see, my last round is black. So here at the end, I just cut my yarn, then chain 2, pull to make it tight. For the next part is we're going to fill these gaps that we made by making chain. I already did some of these gaps, so get one of your contrasting color, any of the 2 colors, it does not matter. Then fold in half like this. Then measure it to your skirt from waist down. Okay, just make sure that the string is longer than your skirt, about 3 to 4 inches. Okay, so that's my waist there. and then you just cut the yarn. And you are going to make this. How many? It will depend on how many you need from for your skirt. You count the gaps, and that's how many strings you need. Okay, so you just do the same with the other color. Okay, now we start putting them in the gap. So if you decide to put light color in the first gap, just make sure that you do this throughout the end, and the dark color will be in the second gap till the end also. So what you need to do is get your yarn, your hook, and your tapestry needle, and we're going to work from the waist down, and then insert your hook in the chain. You can see with my work, but I'm inserting it in the chain. So I decided that I will start my first gap will be light color, so my second gap is dark. So I will keep doing this till the end, this pattern of color. Okay, so yeah, that's a gap. That's the chain one, I mean. And you just make sure that the length is even, and then just tie once, and then get your tapestry needle and insert your yarn, and we're going to thread it through this yarn. We're going to thread it through in the middle of the chains. Okay, so I hope you can see it properly. So there, we are going to insert our tapestry needle in the middle. Okay, so just do like this. Okay, so you just keep threading it through the middle until you reach the second to the last chain, and you just stop there, in there. I'm not going to the black. I will leave that black, and I'm just gonna end in the beige chain there. Okay, so just stretch it, and then just pull a little the yarn to make it tidy. Pull there, that one there, you just pull the yarn, and then you pass one string at the back, and then just tie it twice. The first tie, make sure that it's not tight because it's gonna pull the yarn, and the second you can make it tight. And so yeah, this is what you need to do. You just keep doing this with black and the white color, and after I'm going to do the border, and because we're going to hide so many yarn ends, and what you can do in this side is you can just tie it, make sure that it's not loose, and you just do that in the other side also. And then I'm going to show you the next round, which will be, we are just going to single crochets all over the sides with our light color. Okay, now I'm done filling all the gaps, and we are going to do the border. So you just get your light color, and we're going to hide all of these yarn ends, and yeah, you just get your light color, and then you make a slip knot, and then now you're going to decide which part of your skirt will be the outside, and make sure that you are working facing the outside part of your skirt. Okay, so yeah, I forgot to tie this, so let me just do that quickly. Okay, so that's done. And from the waist in one end, so you just insert hook and connect the yarn, and there you just insert your hook. That's a chain where you're gonna insert. Okay, we are just going to do the border in the sides where there's lots of yarn ends. For the waist, we just leave that. We're not putting any border there as of now. So you just insert the hook and you chain one, then single crochet in where you connected your yarn, then single crochet in the next space, making sure that all your yarn ends, you put it in the middle, you single crochet over it. So in the next space, you insert and then yarn over, single crochet over all your yarn ends. So we're going to hide all of them because there's so many. So you just keep doing this, putting single crochet in the spaces. Just insert your hook where there's a space there, and if it's a bit longer space, then just put 2 single crochet. So I'm just gonna let you do this round, and then I'm going to show you the next part, which will be, we are going to do the waist. This is not the waist part yet. Just want to show you, I'm at one of the corner of my work, and there's still a lot of yarn ends left from this side that's not hidden, so I'm just going to cut them before moving on to the other side. And can you see this in at the back with our work? There will be like yarn that will go out there, or that one. So you just find that yarn and you just pull it to make it tidy. And also you will see some of the yarns, like yarn ends, short yarn ends, that it will come out from your stitches from there at the back. Then you can just pull them and cut them short yarns. So yeah, I'll let you continue your work and I'll see you when you're done. Alright, now I'm finally finished with the border, and this is my work, and all the yarn ends are gone. We all hid them. So now we are going to attach the black, because we're going to do the waist part. Okay, I just cut the yarn that I used for the border, and a chain 2 and pull the yarn through the loop and then pull to make it tight. Then we are going to attach the same color of the first round of the skirt, which is mine black. So we're going to attach this in the first chain there. So you just pull it through and chain 1, and then we are going to just put 1 single crochet in each chain, because this is the foundation chain. We are working in the foundation chain, so we put 1 single crochet in that very first chain where your chain 1 is, where you made the connection. And also we are going to hide the yarn end also here, and then in the next chain you just single crochet. I apologize if you can't see where I'm inserting my hook. In there, single crochet, and then on top of the stitch from the previous round, from the beginning, on top of the double crochet, if there's a stitch, then there will be a chain in the top, so you just insert it on top of the stitch and make single crochet. And so this is what you need to do throughout this round, and I will just see you by the end of this row. I'm just gonna let you do your single crochet since you can't really see where I'm inserting my hook, but just do your single crochet and just make sure that you're not increasing. And also I just want to let you know that you should still be working facing the outside part of your skirt. Okay, now I'm at the end of the row, and I'm just putting the single crochet, and I'm going to put my last single crochet in that white border in there. You insert your hook and you make single crochet. To start the next row, chain 1, then turn work, then single crochet in each stitch from the previous round. The chain 1 does not count as a stitch, so you single crochet in the stitch where your chain is. So you just do this, and by the end of the row, leave the last 3 stitches. Don't put single crochet and in the last 3 stitches, and I will show you that part. Okay, so this is the end of the second row. As you can see, I have 3 stitches left. Well, you can't really see because it's black, sorry about that. So we just leave them 3 stitches, and we are going to go back and work them later. That's the area for the button. And to start the next round, the third row of single crochet, just chain 1 and then turn work, and then put 1 single crochet in each of every stitch, starting with the first stitch where your chain is. And you just do this for 8 rounds, and I'm at the third row, so I'm going to do 5 more rows, and I'm gonna let you do your work. Just make sure that your last row should end at the side where your 3 stitches is that we left unworked, and I will see you in that part. Okay, I have finished 8 rows of single crochet, and now we are going to work for these 3 stitches that we left. We are going to do rows of single crochet for 7 times to match this side here, because that's 7 rows of single crochet. And to do that, we just start by chaining 3, last one for turning, and single crochet in the second chain from your hook. That loop does not count, so single crochet in the second chain, and then in the next chain single crochet, and then into the next, and you will have 3 single crochets here. Okay, then after that you just chain 1, and then you turn your work, and then put 1 single crochet in each of the 3 single crochets from the previous round. So just repeat this 5 more rounds, so you'll have 7 rounds in total, because this will be the second, and you do 5 more, and then after that we are going to connect it. Okay, to connect, we are going to connect it in these 3 single crochets that we left before. So you just insert it in that first single crochet, and then you insert it to your yarn, and you just pull through and to the loop also, and then to the next single crochet you insert, and then pass it through and just slip stitch, and then to the last single crochet and slip stitch. And then so after this you just cut your yarn and leave a bit longer end, and you just chain 2 and then pull through the yarn, and then you just pull again to make it tight. For the next part, we are going to put our skirt on, wrap it around and overlap it. Don't make it loose or too tight, just enough that it's comfortable. Then pinch this one there, that area, pinch that and put stitch marker there. I already put my stitch marker, and because later on we are going to attach a button there. Okay, so now what we need to do is we are going to attach this one, the buttonhole, to the stitch marker, so they will be closed. And by the way, right now we are facing the outer part of the skirt, so yeah, just do that, and then we just turn the skirt inside out. So now we are going to face the inside part of the skirt. Alright, so just do that there, straighten it up, and then for this part we are going to connect this by we are going to sew this part, and then we are going to close this part up to here. There, just put stitch marker there so you know. Okay, so just you make like a slant it's not straight like that. Okay, so now get your yarn and your tapestry needle. I'm going to use the main color, so we just insert it in this corner and then pass it to the other corner and just pull a long yarn that's enough to close this area. Okay, so now we are going to sew. Okay, just make sure that they are even. If you're putting it in the black, then make sure that it's in the line of black in the other side also. Okay, and then insert it in the middle of the stitch. Don't go through the stitch at the back. Don't go through there. Like this. So I'm just going to insert here, but you can't see it. You can't see the needle. Okay, and then when you reach your stitch marker, you just make sure that your yarn is not too loose, make it secure, and then you can just take off that stitch marker so it's out of the way. And then just do what I'm doing like that, and then you just do the same with the other end of the yarn. And you can just cut that one, and this one here you just do the same, make it secure like that. And go through in the middle and then cut, and that's it, you're finished. Now it's time to put the buttons. Okay, I already attached 3 buttons, and where your stitch marker is, attach 1 button there. So I already did that. Then you just estimate that the spaces between each buttons are even. So mine, I did like this. I just skip that and then put button there, and then skip this and then another one, and then skip, and then I will put the last button there, which I'm going to show you. And also when you sew the button, you need to go through out there, so it will close that side. And so you get your button and your tapestry needle, and just insert in the middle, once, so the yarn will start in the middle. Like that. And now we are going to sew it to the skirt. Just make sure that your buttons are aligned. And then just go through the skirt, and then pull, and then go back out, and then go through the skirt. Just basically you just insert it in the skirt and in the button, and just make sure that your button is secure. So you just repeat the same process for the rest of the buttons, and I have one end of yarn that I haven't tied yet, so I will just do that. And that's it. This is the end of the tutorial. I hope you enjoy crocheting this Plaid tartan skirt, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Also click the bell so you'll be the first one to know when I have new video.